Wednesday morning was quiet in the West Bank town of Ramallah, a day after the explosion at the Gaza hospital that officials say killed about 500 people. The town is the seat of the Palestinian Authority. Most shops were closed and attendance at noon prayers were sparse. This was the scene of violent protests that started Tuesday after news of the explosion in Gaza that sent many to the streets here to vent their shock and anger for the blast, which they blame on Israel. Later Wednesday, the demonstrations erupted again in Ramallah, with many of the protesters apparently not believing Israel's explanation that it was the Islamic Jihad militant group that caused the explosion when one of their rockets intended for Israel misfired. On the streets of the West Bank for a second day, there was frustration at what's happening more than 8 kilometers away in Gaza.
It's hard, and what makes us sad is that we can't do anything about it. We're just here standing and watching, and all we can do is come here, stay together, hand in hand, to support Palestine, to support the land we've been always fighting for.
In the outskirts of Ramallah, the protests took a more violent turn. Young boys began to throw rocks at Israeli soldiers not far from there. Soon, more people joined. As you can see, they set on fire some tires and throwing rocks. There's a lot of anger and frustration here in Ramallah. Israeli soldiers responded with tear gas and live ammunition shots. Tuesday had seen clashes between protesters and Palestinian security forces. Some of the anger has been directed at Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who has been largely quiet over the Israeli attacks on Gaza. Many here in the West Bank see Abbas and his Palestinian Authority, an enemy of Hamas, as authoritarian and an extension of the Israeli occupation. Boechat for VOANews, Ramallah.